What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today, as you can see, we're going to be working on the Lowrider ST. So for any of you that have Softails, whether it be a Heritage, Fat Boy, Lowrider, whatever, you know that these cylinder heads get very, very hot. And what I've found for my personal riding when I'm sitting there, especially in bumper to bumper traffic when you're waiting at a light or something like that, you know, California we split lanes, which is great when you're moving. But when you're sitting still, those suckers get hot, and it really warms up the inside of your thigh, makes your jeans hot or whatever pants you're riding, and gets your attention. So sometimes you got to kind of swing a leg out or something to avoid that getting warm. But so what's the answer to that? Well, Harley finally came out with some mid-frame air deflectors, and these things are cool. So as you can see right here, got the box. I'll show you a little bit more up close when we start putting them on, what they look like. But very cool. Comes with their own instructions that tell you how to do it, which is pretty simple. You just basically sandwich them together underneath the seat right there at the tongue, put a bolt through it, and you're done, right? So pretty simple. They fit in there real nice. You are going to need a 5/32 hex bit and an extension to get you away from the bike. The torque values on these guys, for those that care about that, is 10 to 15 inch-pounds. And what they look like is this right here. So you have a left and a right side. They are specific, right, for the way they go in. You can see the little nut that goes right in there for that. And the way they hook in is they notch in like this over your seat tab, and then that little bolt goes through right here, the nut goes in, and it holds it in place. And you can see the difference in sizes, so that you want to make sure that the one with the tabs is the right side coming in, and the one with the receiver is on the left side. And there's a little spot that I'll show a picture of right here, where you have to kind of finagle that through and move your wires and stuff like that in there, just so that it's got a good seat coming in. But pretty simple to do. Probably gonna take us longer to film this than it is to get it done, and thought I'd show you. So let me get the camera spun around and we'll get started. See you in a minute. Okay, so as promised, here's the box, and again, I will have the link in the description so you guys can see what it is. Hopefully that shows up nice. And they're pretty cool. I've been waiting a long time for them to come up because it's just been a pain. And the instructions that come with it are like this. And it just kind of shows you what it looks like. Super simple. Just a, like I said, 5/32 bolt that goes through and in there. So where you're focusing on these is here. You have the right side, and again, they are different sizes, and the right side has these tabs right here that will connect over when this thing goes in and snap in there like that so it hits. And this bolt extender right here goes right underneath here through this side. And there's some wires and stuff in there. Not sure if you can see my fingers, but you just want to position those so that bolt guide, if you will, goes right in there. So what we need to do is we need to take the seat off first so you can get to the tab that's in there. So however you take your seat off, I've shown seats coming off a million times, so I don't think we need to show that one. So you just unbolt your seat, slide it back, and you can see right here, here's this tab, and that's where they're gonna rest. They're gonna rest right over this right here, snap together and sandwich together when they go in. So taking the right side, we set it right here and just kind of line that little guy in there and maneuver those wires, like I said, just so they're out of the way. And this will slide in there and kind of hold itself, right? So you can see nice clearance here and here. The air scoops in here, directs it down. This protects the heat from your leg. And you just want to watch when you slide your seat over that you don't unsnap it or something like that. So that's the right side, sits on there. Here's the left side, a little smaller. It's got the receivers right here, and this little nut hole is where that self-locking nut goes in. I put the nut in there already. I'm going to hold it with my finger while I put it in. And then hold on to this one and slide the other one in, just like that. And then you sandwich them together. Snap, snap like that. And you can see they hold in there just like that. So it works pretty good. Then you just take your supply bolt that goes in there, and that slides right in here. And I would hold the other side with your finger while you shimmy it through so it gets in there and you see it hit the nut. And then take your hex head ratchet, hold on to it again, use your finger to start that. When you feel it start to go through, then you tighten it up. These are just plastic, so there's not a lot of pressure. And again, 10 to 15 inch-pounds is not very much. So I would just tighten it till it's snug. If you want to put a wrench on it, you can. But that self-locking nut is really going to help. And that's pretty much it. They're just on there, nice and secure on both sides. And just looks really nice, and that's going to provide a lot of protection against your leg. So then after that, put your seat back on. You can see the tab right there. Just goes right under, slides back on, get it lined up, bolt your seat down, and there you have it. So now if we take a look at it with me sitting on it, you can see when I'm sitting at a signal light, here's where the heat comes from. Radiates right there on the inside of your thigh. When you're riding and you're in a position here, it's down here out of the way, but the air comes over and cools that head down, and then it redirects it down towards the bottom. And then when you get to a signal light and put your feet down, this protection right here will absorb that heat and keep it off your inner thigh. So pretty ingenious little design, pretty happy with it. Thank you, Harley, for finally getting it together. And let's change the camera around. We'll show you what it looks like on the full bike. Back in a second. And there you have it. Super, super easy install. Literally took like 5 minutes. I think longer to film this than it is to do it. But you can see here just how well it blends into the side of the bike. And just like that on both sides. And just awesome. So very happy with these. Been waiting a long time. And glad they finally got them done. So I'll put the link in the description, part numbers and all that as well, and check them out. So like, subscribe, give me your feedback and your comments. You know I like them all, and be good humans. See you on the next one. Stupid bug.